The Closet Horror. This story is from 1980. Alex moved to Boston with his brother David and his father Thomas just days earlier. Their house was very beautiful. Both brothers were watching the house, and they were very content.
Bro, our room is cool, isn't it? Yep. I'll put the bed near this closet. By the way, the closet isn't ours. It used to belong to the old landlord. Yeah, looks pretty beat up. I think I'll take my stuff somewhere else.
As soon as Alex touches the closet, he feels a sudden rushing wind, and he falls to the floor.
Man, are you all right? That was totally weird. I felt like someone pushed me.
Within a few days' time, the whole family had moved in and gotten settled into their new house. One night, Alex and David were sleeping when they heard the sound of someone inside the closet knocking from inside. Alex is jolted from his slumber as the sound of the frantically crying voice reaches his ears. He flips the switches of his bedside lamp and approaches the closet. A terrible sound comes from inside.
Set me free. Open the door.
Alex gets scared and shakes David from his slumber.
What is it? David, it's the closet. Someone inside is pleading for someone out here to open the door. What are you talking about, Alex? You must have had a bad dream. No, I'm telling you, it really happened.
David walks towards the closet and opens the door. He peers inside. Nothing happens. David gives Alex a suspicious glance.
See, Alex, there's nothing there.
All at once, a very dangerous monster suddenly appears, looming directly behind David. Seeing the monster, fear strikes Alex's heart.
David! David! Quick, turn around!
The monster disappears as David looks back.
What? There's nothing there.
Alex was shaking with fear.
I'm gonna get some sleep, and I recommend that you get some shut-eye too, brother. Believe me, I saw someone in the closet. We can't stay in this room. Listen to me, David.
The next evening, David tries to talk with his dad.
Dad, can I please stay over at Harry's house? Okay.
That night, Alex is sleeping alone in the room. He's not feeling sleepy. He's trembling and shaking under the covers until he eventually falls asleep, and when he does, deep sleep. But he awakens to the sound of his closet door opening slowly. He peeks out from the blanket and is very afraid. The same monster appears right next to his face. Alex screams, and he tries to run away from the room. But the bedroom door will not open.
Leave me! Leave me! Let me go! Let me go, please!
I've waited years for this. How can I let you go now?
Alex tries to turn around, but the monster moves in front of him wherever he runs. The monster bites Alex's neck, and blood drips to the floor. The next day, David returns home and sees Thomas upset.
Dad, what happened? I don't know where Alex has gone. He's been missing since this morning. Don't you worry, Dad. I'll go ask his friends.
David asks all his friends, but no one knows anything. David sits on the bed, wondering where Alex has gone. Then he sees blood under the door of the closet. When he opens the closet, Alex's corpse falls on him.
Brother! Dad! Alex is here!
David and Thomas are both shocked that Alex is dead.
Who could have done this to my son? Dad, remember what the landlord said? I think we need to go talk to Mr. George.
I'm very sorry to hear about Alex.
George, do you know anything about that closet?
George got a little nervous.
It's from my grandfather's time. When I was 20, it is said that there was a fear of a serial killer named Revan. I remember he came to our house to hide from the police. He hid in that very same closet. When my grandfather found out, he locked the closet door to capture the killer. But my grandfather had dementia. Before he could inform the police, he completely forgot that he had locked Revan inside the closet. Revan remained in there for 30 days and died. After some time, the room started to stink, and Grandpa opened the closet and remembered everything. The pastor told us to burn the corpse, but Grandpa buried it. After that, we never used that closet. That means it's Revan who killed my brother? What are you saying, David?
David tells Thomas and George about his and Alex's nightmarish incident.
Grandpa buried the corpse in the backyard of the house. Maybe if we burn his skeleton, then his soul might find peace. My brother's murderer must be punished.
George and Thomas begin digging in the garden. David goes up to the room to close the closet door again. You know, in case the monster might get out again. But as David enters the room, the door closes behind him. He runs across the room to close the closet door, but is thrown back across the room into the wall. His head aches. Then, the same terrible monster emerges from the closet in front of him. Dreadful red eyes, bloody giant body. David's scream comes out. Outside, Thomas heard the scream and runs inside. The monster grabs David by the throat and throws him again. Thomas grabs a baseball bat and breaks the door and comes inside. He swings at the monster, but the bat breaks in two. Then the monster stabs his sharp fingernails into the stomach of Thomas, and he dies. Outside, George ignores the screams and finds the skeleton of Revan.
Dad!
David starts crying. The monster moves towards him to kill him. But just as he gets close to David, the monster lights on fire. Outside, George had lit the skeleton on fire. Inside, the monster turns into smoke, and the closet also starts to burn.
I know you've lost a lot, David. From today, you're my son. Come with me.
David goes with George, but never emerges from his misery. The end.